Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, bringing you Season 2 of What the Dice. So no dilly-dallying, let's meet the runners.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, the GM of Big Campaign Podcast. I'll be playing Midas, your troll hacker with all the cereal.
Well, guess I'll go next then. I'm Kuiper Blut. I go by KY Jelly on the streets, in the street dock. And my bedman is about as good as my accent here. And I also go by Josh, and I run the Metagaming Podcast.
I'll go next. I am Marshall. I play in the Big Campaign Podcast. I'm playing Copperfield here, a gnome mage.
I'm Sean. I'm playing an Oni street samurai named Seance, or street named Seance. And I'm from the Big Campaign Podcast. I play on there. I probably should have said that first. That's what you get.
Listener discretion advised. Content warning level green. Standard Shadowrun subject matter. Foul language. Sex, violence, drugs. For all of our content warning, none of these subjects go into graphic detail, but it is involved in the story of the episode. Listener discretion advised.
Alright, we come back. Three of you are heading headfirst into a transport vehicle as one is chasing from behind. Seance is on his motorcycle chasing this, or following, not necessarily chasing, this delivery van up one of the highways as the rest of the party is coming head on. A sniper rifle is seen peering out the side. Well, actually, no, you're in a Range Rover, so you could be peering up over the roll cage to take your lineup.
I thought we were going to go with an ambush.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get KY up on a hill, and then we were going to try and use my spell, Destroy Car.
That's right.
Destroy
right.
Vehicle.
All right, so let's start out the day with a simple roll of the dice. Whomever is in the vehicle, let's get a roll for perception to see if you guys can find a nice little sniper's roost on the mainway.
That would be 4 successes.
Okay. Anyone else want to give me a perception check to give them to find?
And we are percepting.
Yes, we are.
Roll. 4.
All right. And I believe, Jeff, you were in that vehicle too. Did you want to give us a roll for that perception?
Let's see here, was I in the middle of anything? Just making sure I wasn't hacking or...
No, you were not hacking because you guys were in transit. So it's mostly, you've got a tracker system giving you the GPS location. So it's more just glancing down, making sure it is en route type thing.
Perfect, then I also have 4 successes.
So with all 4 successes, you find a small water tower, something that is designed for just these little neighborhoods, like your classic like cylinder with the little roof. And you see that the ladder is been released. Looks like at some point someone was up there either painting and didn't re-secure the ladder. So you would be able to get up there.
Alright, I guess I'll shimmy on up there, take position, and wait for the signal of the destruction of the vehicle. And as soon as if there's any survivors from that, I guess I will take them out from here. And provide any backup that is needed. Hopefully we can, and I kind of look outside of the Jeep and look around. Might be best on that big thoroughfare 2 or 3 streets back we just were through.
Sounds like a good idea. We'll head back that way.
KY, as you walk up to this water tower, the stench of chemical paint that has been slowly drying in the spring air stings your nose as you look up, and the ladder is just slightly above your head. I will need an athletics roll to get up to it.
Oh, please let this be the whole rest of the session.
Do I have one of those skills? Where is that? I see P comes before R. R S P. Nope. After automotives. Nope. Not. It then goes straight into B's.
Let's go with.
Oh, it might be on this side. No.
Why is my
Academics, chemistry.
You have gymnastics?
Yeah, there's
I can do that.
gymnastics. We could do a gymnastics. Yeah, let's go with the gymnastics roll.
Not very many.
Pretty damn
successes.
good.
2 out of 3.
2 successes. With a little bit of struggle and fight, you are able to get your hands wrapped around the first rung and you begin to climb up. Once up into position, you have a nice clear view of this long stretch of road. You can see in the distance your party is still moving down. And I need a perception check from you.
5.
With 5 successes, you are able to see and keep track of this vehicle that is heading towards your party. With that in tow, you are looking through this scope, and you see 2 people sitting in the cab of this vehicle. One, a smaller human who is sitting behind the wheel and seems to be smoking. One hand out the window, you can see that ember of the cigarette in that night sky. Then you look over to his left, and you see an orc. He is sitting there, looks like he has a knife in his hand, and he is just idly looking at the blade. Seems to be his partner. Both of them are dressed in a delivery uniform that has been armored for transportation. We jump back to the vehicle, and it was not Midas who was driving. It's Copperfield that is driving. Copperfield, how fast are you moving towards them?
Midas would be driving that vehicle via Flintstones power.
Not at an alarming rate. I don't want them to feel like anything's up with me coming at them.
Okay. My next question is, are you coming at them head on, or are you driving like a normal sane person would drive? So you are doing the speed limit and things like that?
I am driving like a sane person at the moment.
So no chicken?
No chicken. No, because I'm planning to cast the spell as we go by. Vehicle breaks down. KY gets some shots off. We loop around and take care of what's left.
Okay. Destroy vehicle. I just need to check one thing to know what I am dealing with here.
Okay.
It is wholly destroyed, leaving no remains.
That's actually what I am checking.
Exactly.
That'd be a little disturbing. They're just driving along in a vehicle, they're just
Blows up.
Yeah.
Okay. Copperfield.
Yes.
As you are getting closer to the vehicle, you are starting to see their headlights come into view. You can see that they are driving at a normal pace. What level force are you casting this spell at?
Maximum.
Oh. Yeah, maximum sounds good.
All right.
Yes. I look forward to the descriptions.
All right. You should be able
So I hit the little dice button now?
You hit the little dice button.
Bam! Oh, wait. Bam!
Ooh.
All right,
Nice.
and now I also need a drain test.
Okay, it says... Oh, if I go over to the... I click here. Drain test. Roll.
So 7 successes, and with a drain, you take no stun because we have the 4 successes. So you were able to soak all that damage.
Woo!
Or all that stun. Now my question is, how does this spell work? I know that you have to focus on it, and most of the time, most street shamans in the Shadowrun universe have some kind of hand gesture or spoken gesture. What does this spell look like when you cast it?
So this spell, what it looked like is I'm focusing intensely on the car ahead of me, keeping my eyes kind of on it, saying my incantation in my own gnomish language, and then as we kind of pass, I do finger guns at them, and the car booms.
As the engine of this vehicle seizes and just seems to spark and drop out of the bottom, I'm going to do a vehicle drive check for this driver to see if he can stop the vehicle from rolling. He is able to stop the vehicle from flipping, but there's the sound of tires squealing and the sound of brakes just shattering. The brake pads scattering across the roadside as the large engine of this delivery truck is sitting in the road. There's a stop of complete silence as the truck just rolls to a stop. The 2 guards step out, weapons drawn. You guys are doubling back, correct?
Yes, we will be.
Right. So as I need a pilot check from you, and I need a pilot check from Seance, because you guys are now needing to not hit each other. Because there's also a bunch of crap on the road thanks to this spell. There's a huge, V8 engine in the road, as well as all this debris, and you broke my truck.
Pilot ground craft. They told us to break the truck.
Copperfield is good, and
I've seen some ones in there. I saw some ones that I did not like.
ooh,
2, 3.
and 1, 2, 3, you are good. You did not glitch, so you are good.
I almost ate shit on some road debris.
Yes. Copperfield, as you turn, you're able to dodge things pretty easily. You're in a 4-wheel vehicle that is designed for off-roading.
Yeah.
Seance, as you come through, you don't realize that there's all this debris. So as you go ducking and dodging through the debris, you eventually come to a stop, but you're a lot closer to the truck as originally intended. The orc spies over at you and has his hand on his pistol and shouts out, "Boy, stay up! Stay back!"
Alright. I won't make any moves towards him, but I will put my hands in the air and try and keep their attention.
All right.
Is this where I should be, or rather, I can see through my scope to be shooting?
You can see through your scope. There are 2 people, an orc and a human. Which one would you like to shoot at first?
The orc, for sure, who had the
Okay.
knife, I believe was the comment.
Yes, he has a knife at minimum, at least that you know of.
Mm-hmm. So, roll sporting rifle here.
Yes. Roll to hit.
Well, that was a lot. Big pile. I think that's 5.
5 hits. All right. What was yours? All right. So you had how many successes?
5.
5 successes. Your sniper rifle fires off, and there's a quick flash from the muzzle. And as you strike, there's a spark that comes off of his armor as the bullet doesn't seem to penetrate whatever the material is that the armor is made out of.
Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, bringing you the mid-roll. I'm going to make it short, sweet, because we got a lot to follow up on. So, first and foremost, everyone on our Patreon, we want to thank you directly. So Lady Lumi, thank you so much for donating to us to help us keep the lights on. If you want to get your own shout out here in the mid-roll, head on over to patreon.com/whatthedice. We got 2 tiers, both get shout outs. And of course, with the mid-roll comes the promo. Let's roll that beautiful promo.
Are you trying to serve me a subpoena?
No,
It's a
I'm
scam.
trying to do some crime.
Has this ever happened to you? You're trying to do some crime but don't know where to start? Well, you're in luck, listener. Why not try Sinless Brand Actual Play Podcast and YouTube series? Sinless is a Shadowrun 3rd edition actual play podcast that follows a group of career criminals while they try and make a life in the barrens of 2050s Seattle. Follow the crew as they build their reputation, starting as a simple Redmond gang doing odd jobs around the community and end up in way over their heads as deniable assets in international power struggles and megacorp feuds. Sinless eliminates the crunch and instead focuses on the stories of the runners that you'll come to love or hate. When you try Sinless Brand Podcast, you'll learn how to commit multiple felonies, such as kidnapping,
A horned figure approaching you. Okay, cool.
summary execution,
And I pull my gun and I shoot him in the head.
grand theft.
Look, man, I'm driving, all right?
Not anymore, you're not parking, get out. Terrorism,
So how do we all feel about regicide?
and many, many more. So what are you waiting for? Try Sinless Brand Actual Play Podcast and YouTube series today. The makers of Sinless do not endorse commission of any actual crime outside of your gaming group. The makers of Sinless are not responsible people. Do not use Sinless brand products if you are allergic to fun. Talk to your doctor if you experience any of the side effects, including but not limited to uncontrollable laughter, compulsive dice roll, nausea, vomiting, lost character sheets, dizziness or vertigo, unnatural attachment to fictional characters, withdrawal between episodes, ocular bleeding, Cheeto fingers, caffeine dependence, insomnia, or death. Sinless, the actual play that puts the gag in baggage. Available at your local Stuffer Shack or wherever you listen to podcasts.
So if you want to check them out, head on down to the description. We got their link. Now, let's get back to the episode. And of course, may the dice gods bless your every roll.
We are now going to roll into initiative.
Yay.
There it is.
Seance, Copperfield, Midas, Billy, and Farazan. Go ahead and hit that little D20 symbol so we can roll for initiative. Oh boy. Top of round.
We all clicked a D20. We all clicked a D20 and it threw D6s.
Hey. Don't judge. Don't judge. Top of round. Copperfield, you are now staring at the guards. They are standing off enough away from the truck that you do have a line of sight on both of them. Their hands are at their hip as if they are ready to pull their pistol. What would you like to do?
Oh. Thinking running them over.
I mean, that's...
Since we just doubled back and just floor it. Yeah.
All right.
Run them over.
I'm getting my gymnastics ready.
I'm going to try to avoid you.
Who are you aiming for first? Are you aiming for the orc or the human?
So the way I'm picturing it, did they both get out of the car and come to the one side of the road? Are they both standing there, or is one of them the human? Yeah, and he's basically almost in the other lane, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna go for him instead of trying to go up on the curb or anything. Just come around the truck and hit that guy.
All right. So I believe you have your vehicle should be in your character sheet, but I'm going to need you to roll. Let me double check.
Drive. Or pilot?
Pilot groundcraft.
How close am I to the truck?
You were probably about 20 yards away, and then the rest of the team is probably about 30 yards away. Because you were on a motorcycle and coming up quick, you were spotted. So you have the attention of the orc, the truck, which is disabled, and I'd say is smoking, but there's nothing for it to smoke. But it is pouring out gas. I will give you that it is pouring out gallons of gas.
That's for fire later.
Let's see if his reaction is fast enough to beat your 2, 4, 6, 7 successes.
Yes.
You were going after, I believe that one was Billy.
Don't be a hero.
2 successes, so you net 5 successes. You're hitting with a vehicle. Oh.
Oops.
All right. I'm going to say that you're going to be doing 5 boxes of damage because you've hit him. So he is now on the ground in pain with 5 physical damage done to him. Let's see who is next. Seance. You have the eye of the orc whose hand is at his hip. What would you like to do?
So, all right. So as far as what's happening in this moment, did the orc... He hit the other guy?
He hit the human, yes. So the human is on the ground, in pain. They are still kind of driving to make their loop, but the orc is also kind of got eyes on you because, you know, they're guards. They have to do this job, even if it hurts a lot.
Yeah. All right. I guess my thinking was that the rifle shot was going to provide some distraction for me to run for cover behind the van, but the orc is seeming pretty unfazed by being shot.
Yeah, it didn't pierce his armor. So what you can do is in Shadowrun, you can move, and then you have a complex and 2 simple actions. Simple actions are drawing weapons, taking cover, things like that. And I believe if you have a pistol, I believe that is a simple action to draw. You can at least get to where you're out of line of sight because you would have the box between you, but you wouldn't necessarily have like quote unquote full cover because, you know, you're not actually undercover. You're just not in the line of sight.
Right. Yeah, I will use up as much movement as I can to get behind that box truck and probably also draw my knife.
All right. Midas, you are in the vehicle that just watched a human get plowed over and is now laying on the ground in pain. You saw Seance disappear behind the line of sight on the truck, and you see the orc who is slowly still reaching for his weapon.
All right, then yeah, I will step out of the vehicle as long as it's at a stop or close to one, and I will move quickly towards the orc drawing his weapon, and slam him across the face with my skateboard.
All right, I do believe the vehicle is still in motion because he just hit the human.
Oh man. Then, if we're still in motion, then can I torpedo myself on my skateboard at this orc who's trying to pull his gun? Like the momentum of that swing, just step out onto the board and let that roll. Just send us go flying that direction.
I'll allow it. So what we're going to do is you're going to roll a athletics, gymnastics, or agility, whichever one is higher. You're going to roll that, and then depending on what you roll with that, we'll see what you roll. Then you will let you roll for damage. 3 successes. I'll allow you to roll for damage. So that was 4 successes. All right, you net. So you do 13 physical damage. Let me see how much his armor is able to soak on that. Well, He is now very badly hurt. As you clock him across the face, you can hear the sounds of his tusks and several teeth cracking underneath the board's weight. He is still standing, but he probably looks like he might need to go to a dentist if he survives this.
Alrighty. I don't think I have any actions left, right?
You can... Well, nope. You are out of... That would make you out of action.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. Then I am done.
All right, KY. You're up.
I was going to continue to shoot, potentially at that orc if they are past it enough, presuming that the trajectory of the truck that they're in as they go past the orc is far enough away before I shoot. That they're not in my line of fire. Yeah.
Yes, you will have a clear... Yeah,
Okay.
he is in a line of fire. You are good to go.
Cool. That looked promising.
That's a lot of dice.
Ooh.
Nice.
7, 8. 8.
Right, you net 6. It does 12 physical. He's dead. Describe your kill.
As the orc is spitting out some teeth and checking his tusk, you're looking back, Midas, and you just see, you hear a loud report as a hole appears in the other side of his head, and he looks around for a second, because we all know orcs don't need too much of a brain to be operating, as there isn't much left of it before he falls to the ground with a splat.
As his partner falls to the ground, the human scrambles to his feet and pulls his weapon. Thinking that Midas is the one that caused it, he is going to take a shot at Midas.
Hey.
Alright, Billy, let's see if you can actually deal some damage today. We are going to be shooting you with his Ares Predator, loaded with Stick and Shock. Why are you fighting me, program?
Fight him, program. Don't let him shoot me.
I have a -1 modifier for wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Of course, I shot at the thing with the biggest armor.
I got 7.
Your armor soaks it. You take no damage.
Yeah, I'll point at that dude. Hey. Hey.
He looks at you, kind of confused for a moment, and then he's going to use his other action and he's going to shoot at you again. As he yells out, "This is for Varric! You killed my partner!" 3 successes. Give me your armor roll, please.
Absolutely. Oh, no. 3 successes.
I goes to the defender, is how I go. So you take no damage again.
You just give him the blade. You out of your damn mind?
Top of round, Copperfield in the vehicle.
I am going to turn it so it kind of drifts sideways and blocks the whole road, and stop the vehicle there.
All right, give me a pilot groundcraft to make sure you don't flip your vehicle.
Oh god.
4 successes.
Yeah.
There's a rough moment where you can feel like your vehicle is starting to tip before it just kind of thuds down, landing on our 4 wheels.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Let's see. What actions do I have left?
For a simple action, you can draw your weapon.
BRB.
You also have your spells, which I believe some of your spells are simple actions.
The moment I'll just pull my weapon and aim it at the guy.
All right, I'm going to roll a composure test. He is outnumbered. Let's see how much he likes his job. Composure test. He does not have a lot of willpower. Will he stay or will he go? He is staying to finish the fight.
He's got a fire lit under him from the death of his partner.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can't have witnesses anyway.
Seance, your round. You now see the body of this orc that is down, and you see that the human is up and has his weapon drawn and has fired at Midas.
All right. Getting into the back of this truck because I'm right here, and the object of our mission is right fucking here. So, vibro knife gonna try and gain access to the back of this box truck.
Okay, so you're just going to basically bypass the lock by cutting it.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't have to be stealthy.
This is true. You do not. All right. Go ahead and roll your blade skill.
Oh my god, the force.
Damn.
The blessing of the force has blessed me. 1, 2, 3.
Well done, Force.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Right. This thing's got an armor of 3 successes. So net 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does your blade do in damage?
Alright, so 13.
All right.
13 lock damage.
You are starting to cut into the hardened wood tail door in the back as you are working at it. You are not being quiet about it either.
Okay.
Midas, your round. You've been shot by this human who still has his weapon aimed at you.
All right. Yeah. You know what? If Copperfield stopped the car, KY is in position, Seance is getting the thing, then, yeah, this guy shot at me. I'm going to run over and bonk him with a skateboard.
All right. Roll to hit or roll your attack.
Alrighty. Boom. Why don't you take some damage? Or not. That's probably okay too. 3 successes.
All right. Net 1. So whatever your weapon's traditional damage is.
What, 11 physical then? Or 13 physical?
Yeah, you just describe the kill of this poor human.
There's just like this fun can crunching sound, but like if the soda can was filled with teeth, as I just kind of bop him on the head with this concrete skateboard that I use, as it just kind of breaks the top vertebrae and his head crushes in a little bit, and he falls over.
With a
little bit
satisfying slump, the body drops to the floor. The combat is now over. As you look around, it is quiet. It doesn't look like any of the gunshots had attracted any undue attention. Everyone can kind of hear the sounds of a vibro knife cutting through just thick, dense carbon wood as Seance is trying to slowly cut their way into the actual body of this unit, of this truck. All right, so let's get a strength check from you to see how long it's going to take you to cut through this wood, as I'm sure the rest of the team is just strolling up as they hear the sounds of wood cracking.
Yeah, I'll, the car parked, I'll be getting out and headed over that way.
By the time the team gets there, the lock has cut about halfway around, and you can kind of jimmy force the wood out of the way if you wanted to, or you can completely cut the rest of the lock away, or the area around the lock away.
Is there any commotion, or looks like anyone's on their way?
No, you don't hear sirens, you don't hear anything of the like.
I'm going to call KY.
All right, KY, your comm starts to buzz in your ear.
I answer.
Hey, KY. We're going to get this thing. Keep an eye out, see if anybody shows up. Let us know if anything's coming, and then we'll come pick you up.
Roger. I'll keep a watch out.
All right, KY, give me a perception, and Seance, give me another strength check.
All right, three more successes.
KY, you can see off in the distance that there are a couple of, like, traffic cameras that are always been around that are just slowly scanning, normally looking for traffic and stuff like that. They don't seem to be setting off any type of alarm. They seem to still be showing that green light that all is good. Seance, as you finally cut through that last piece of wood, you can feel the wood just kind of snap under the blade, and the door now can be raised.
All right, I'm going to step back from the door so that when I roll it up, I don't get hit with any sort of anti-theft measures.
Okay. As the roll-up door slowly clicks and rolls up, you can hear the sound of whirring. Just this, like, low hum whirring. As you kind of give it that moment to, if there is an actual system for it to either disengage, it goes on for a little longer. Give me a perception check, everyone that is at the back of the truck.
Alright, perception.
Oh, no.
I'm rolling with 3.
Perception. I got 4.
As you look in, this is a moving truck. You see several boxes of different sizes and thicknesses that are been heavily strapped to the walls with this standard strapping ratchet straps. And you can kind of see that they're all got shipping labels on them. This bright yellow shipping label with some kind of information on it. You don't see any security measures. You do see where there was once a dome light that is just not active because it's not attached to anything because someone took the engine out. But all is clear and you are able to enter the back of this truck without any problem. Who wants to enter in the truck?
I guess I'll go in because I haven't been shot at.
I mean, yeah, if it's... I don't mind taking up the entire entrance. But if Seance takes step forward, I'll definitely ew and step back.
Yeah. I will go in somewhat cautious like. But also not super taking my time. I'm just giving you a bunch of mixed signals. I'm doing something really carefully, but also quickly.
Are you being slightly paranoid?
No, I'm just being a little cautious.
As you enter into this, there's a smell that is different than most people are used to in this world. The smell of actual wood. The smell of this musky acrylic or musky oil paintings. This is definitely stuff that you would see, at least the crates, stuff that museum pieces would be definitely shipped in. There's different labels and different boxes of different sizes and shapes. I need you to roll a perception check.
I can definitely do that. I've done it before. 3, 4, 5.
With a 5, you begin to look at these different shipping labels and you see things like, Golden City Central Museum. And then you see like a inventory code, which, you're not looking for. Digging around, you eventually find this black tarp. Pulling it away, you find this black box. The wood is completely one piece. It doesn't look like there are boards or hinges or nails that are holding it together. And it gives you this uneasy feeling. But you definitely identify it as the item described by the strange man that needs to be taken.
All right. What's the The uneasy feeling is just a vague feeling, or is it?
You can roll.
What is the nature of my feelings, Dan?
Do you? You can roll. You don't have mysticism, do you?
Oh, is that a skill? Nah. All right. Boom. Box. Mission accomplished. A mission accomplished usually doesn't feel uneasy, but it's a strange day.
As you pick it up, this wood is cold to the touch, like a frozen piece of glass. It doesn't hurt, but there's definitely a strange coldness to it. Something that you're very much not used to, well, the feel of wood, but something shouldn't be this cold unless there's something frozen inside.
Okay. I like when I touch it to pick it up, I drop it really quick because I feel like I might have been burned. But I will take off my coat and wrap it in that because I don't like that. All right, and then I'll pop out of the back of the truck, looking at the group. I think we got it.
Oh, nice. A seance.
Yeah.
What building has the most stories?
Oh, I think that has to be the biblioteca, right?
Yeah, I'll kind of like, damn it, I've heard that one already.
Well, as the team revels in their success of this quick heist, and Seance has this strange feeling that seems to keep around him, we're going to call this episode here.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Edward Lott. Sorry to interrupt your music for the evening, but I gotta let you truck drivers know that, unfortunately, over on Main, there's an accident. Gridlink has already started doing no rerouting, so if you find yourself on Main, you might be stuck waiting a bit. Well, just hit that refresh button on Gridlink. That'll get you where you need to go. So that is your traffic update from the Golden City Broadcasting Company. Now I'm going to let you get back to those sultry sounds that encompass your beautiful night. I'll see you when I got a new update.
Hey everyone, Nightlin here, co-creator of What the Dice, and player of Sparkles for Season 2, to do some thank yous here at the end of our episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for listening. We would not be here today without you, and I do mean that sincerely. We never thought we would get this far, and knowing that there's someone out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, the one with the earballs listening right now. If it wasn't for you guys, and us knowing that you're actually here and enjoying what you're listening to, we wouldn't have kept going, and it genuinely fills our heart with joy, and I want to make sure that we tell you every single time at the end of these episodes. We are eternally grateful. Second, we would like to take a moment to thank all the things that we use in our day-to-day What the Dicey ways. First up, Epidemic Sound for our sound effects and music, Podbean for being our host, Foundry VTT, and Forge VTT for creating their virtual tabletop gaming applications and services, Craigbot for our recordings, Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, which is the current system we are running. And with that, if you can spare a moment of effort and want to help us out, the best thing that you can do is honestly, tell a friend, share us, drop a link in a Discord somewhere that you're a part of, or take that 2-second effort of hitting a like, hitting a follow, giving us a star rating. Whatever the button is on whatever it is that you're listening to us on goes a long way in helping us fight that horrible algorithm monster. Also, the Tops Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and/or any proprietary material used in the connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to What the Dice to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and/or any proprietary material for the promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with What the Dice in any official capacity whatsoever.